Apache woman joked she'd be his if the cowboy found the ring she lost. Her shock when he did. The town of San Pedro was a quiet place most days. Dust covered the roads, and the sun always seemed to be shining. People walked slowly, and the horses were the main way to travel. The town had a small saloon, a general store, a church, and a few houses made of wood and stone. Even though it was small, it had a certain charm. It felt like time had moved slower there. Eli rode into town late in the afternoon. His horse was tired from the long journey, and Eli himself looked worn out. He was a tall man with strong shoulders, but his eyes were kind. He wore a worn-out hat and a simple coat. People in town watched him as he walked through the street. They were curious because they didn't see many strangers passing through. Eli had been traveling for weeks. He didn't have a real destination. He only knew that he wanted to see new places and meet new people. He had heard about San Pedro from other travelers. Some said it was peaceful. Others said it was full of secrets. Eli didn't know what to believe, but he wanted to find out for himself. He tied his horse outside the saloon and stepped inside. The saloon was dimly lit with a few tables and chairs. The smell of coffee and baked bread filled the air. A few men sat quietly, talking softly. A woman behind the counter was cleaning glasses. The atmosphere was calm, not loud or chaotic like some other towns. Eli sat at the bar and ordered coffee. He listened to the conversations around him. People were talking about the weather, the crops, and the upcoming town event. It felt normal and safe. Eli liked that. He wanted to feel comfortable after his long travel. While he was drinking his coffee, he noticed a young woman standing near the door. She was not like the others. Her clothes were simple, but she carried herself with confidence. She had dark hair and bright eyes that seemed to see everything. Her face showed strength and intelligence, not fear or sadness. She looked like someone who had faced many challenges and learned from them. The young woman was Maya. She was an Apache woman living near the town with her family. She had come into San Pedro to trade and to buy supplies. Maya was used to being watched by strangers. She was also used to being judged. People often misunderstood her because she was different, but she didn't let that bother her. She was proud of who she was. Maya walked to the bar and ordered water. She looked at Eli for a moment and then smiled slightly. She didn't know him, but she could feel that he was different from the other men in town. There was something calm about him, something respectful. Eli noticed her too. He was surprised by her confidence. He had met many people in his travels, but Maya was one of the few who seemed truly sure of herself. He wanted to talk to her, but he wasn't sure how. A few minutes later, a young boy walked into the saloon. He was carrying a small wooden box. He looked nervous. He looked around quickly, as if he was afraid someone might take the box from him. The boy sat at a table near Maya and opened the box. Inside was a small silver ring. The ring was simple, but it shone brightly in the light. It looked old and important. The boy's hands shook slightly as he held it. Maya noticed the ring, and her face changed. Her eyes widened, and she looked at the boy with surprise. The boy looked at her, and then quickly closed the box again. Maya stood up and walked over to the boy. "Where did you get that?" she asked softly. The boy looked scared. "I found it near the river," he said. "I was playing and I saw it in the sand." Maya's heart beat faster. She felt a strange mix of hope and fear. She walked closer and looked at the ring through the small opening in the box. Her hands trembled slightly. "That ring belongs to me," Maya said quietly. The boy stared at her. "Really?" Maya nodded. "Yes, it was given to me by my mother." The boy didn't know what to say. He looked at the ring again, then at Maya. He seemed unsure if he should give it to her. Maya took a deep breath and smiled gently. "You can keep it," she said. "You found it. I will not take it from you." The boy looked relieved. He smiled back. "Thank you," he said. Maya reached into her pocket and pulled out a small coin. She handed it to the boy. "This is for you," she said. "Thank you for finding it." The boy's eyes lit up. He took the coin and ran out of the saloon. Maya watched him go, and then she turned to Eli. Her expression was calm again, but there was a sadness in her eyes. Eli had been watching the whole scene. He didn't understand everything, but he could tell the ring was important. He didn't want to interrupt, but he felt something in his heart telling him to speak. He walked over to Maya. "That ring means a lot to you," he said. Maya looked at him.
"Yes," she replied. "It belonged to my mother."
"It was a promise from her to me. It kept me strong when I felt alone." Eli nodded. "I'm sorry you lost it." Maya shrugged. "It was not my fault. I only forgot it for a moment. But sometimes that is all it takes." Eli looked at her carefully.
"I'm Eli," he said. "I'm just passing through." "Maya," she replied.
"I know what it feels like to travel and not know where you belong. I also know what it feels like to be judged by people who don't understand you." Eli felt a deep respect for her. He was quiet for a moment, thinking about what she said. He realized that Maya was not just strong, but also very wise. Then Maya did something unexpected. She smiled and said, "You know, I've been thinking. I want to find someone who understands me, someone who is brave enough to care about things that matter. And I think I know how to test a person." Eli raised his eyebrows. "How?" Maya leaned closer and whispered, "I lost a ring, a special ring. If someone finds it, I will know they truly care. And if they care, maybe I will trust them." Eli didn't know what to say. The idea sounded strange, but he could feel the seriousness behind her words. It was not a joke to her. It was a test of trust. Maya continued, "If you can find the ring, then you may be the kind of person I can respect, maybe even the kind of person I could be with." Eli was surprised. He didn't expect her to say that. He had not thought about love or marriage. He had only thought about traveling and living quietly, but Maya's words made him feel something he had not felt in a long time. He looked at her and nodded slowly. "Okay," he said. "I will find it." Maya laughed softly. It was a light laugh, but it held a strong meaning. "You are serious?" she asked. Eli nodded again. "I will try." Maya's smile became wider. "You know, I didn't expect anyone to actually try," she said. "Most people just talk. They don't do anything." Eli felt a small smile appear on his face. "I'm not most people," he said quietly. Maya looked at him with a mix of surprise and respect. She could see he meant what he said. He wasn't doing it for fun. He was doing it because he cared. "Good," Maya said. "Then I will wait." Eli left the saloon and went outside. He walked toward the river, where the boy had said he found the ring. The sun was beginning to set and the sky turned orange. The air felt cooler. Eli felt determined. He wanted to prove that he could do this, not just for Maya, but for himself. He reached the riverbank and began searching. He looked at the sand and rocks carefully. He moved slowly, not wanting to miss anything. The river flowed gently, and the water sparkled in the sunset. It was a peaceful scene, but Eli felt nervous. He didn't want to disappoint Maya. He didn't want to fail. As he searched, he thought about the story Maya had told. Her mother had given her the ring as a promise. That promise must have meant a lot to her. Eli realized that the ring was not just a piece of jewelry. It was a memory. It was love. It was a connection to her past. He searched for hours. He walked along the river, looking carefully. He asked a few people in town if they had seen the ring. Some laughed. Some didn't care. But Eli didn't stop. He continued searching until the sun went down and the sky turned dark. When he returned to the town, he felt tired and disappointed. He didn't find the ring. He felt like he had failed Maya. He thought about giving up and leaving town, but he couldn't. Something inside him told him to keep trying. He went back to the saloon and sat at the bar again. Maya was still there, talking quietly with someone. She looked up when she saw him. "Well?" she asked. Eli shook his head. "Not yet," he said. Maya's face showed a small disappointment, but she did not show it fully. She looked away for a moment, then looked back at him. "Don't worry," she said. "Most people would give up, but I like that you didn't." Eli smiled. "I will keep looking," he said. "I promise." Maya nodded slowly. "Then I will wait," she said. Eli didn't know it then, but that promise would change everything. Not just for him, but for Maya too. He didn't know how much the ring meant to her, or how much he would come to care about her. He only knew one thing. He wanted to find that ring, and he wanted to show Maya that he could be trusted. Eli woke up early the next morning. The sun was just beginning to rise, and the town of San Pedro was still quiet. Birds were singing, and the air felt fresh. Eli felt a strong sense of purpose. He had promised Maya he would keep looking, and he did not want to let her down. He ate a simple breakfast at the saloon. The owner, a kind man named Mr. Lopez, noticed Eli's tired eyes. "You look like you didn't sleep much," he said. Eli nodded. "I didn't," he replied. "I'm trying to find something important." Mr. Lopez nodded, as if he understood. "Sometimes the things we look for are not just objects," he said. "They are memories." Eli smiled slightly. "Yes," he said. "That's true." After breakfast, Eli went to the general store to buy a few supplies. He knew he would need water, rope, and a small shovel. He didn't know where the ring could be, but he wanted to be ready for anything. He wanted to search not only the river, but also the fields and the town's edges. As he walked, he saw Maya again. She was walking toward the market with a basket in her hands. She looked calm, but Eli could tell she was thinking about the ring. She noticed him and smiled. Eli felt his heart beat faster. He didn't know why, but he felt something special when he saw her. He walked beside her for a moment. "Good morning," he said. Maya nodded. "Good morning," she replied. "Did you sleep well?" Eli laughed softly. "Not really," he said, "but I'm ready to keep searching." Maya looked at him with a small smile. "You are persistent," she said. "I like that." Eli felt a warm feeling inside. He didn't want to admit it, but he liked her too. He wanted to learn more about her, but he didn't want to rush things. He wanted to respect her space. Maya stopped at a stall where a woman was selling dried herbs. She talked to the woman for a moment, then turned to Eli.
"My family is planning a small celebration tonight," she said.
"It is not a big event, but it is important to us. Would you like to come?" Eli was surprised. "Me?" he asked. Maya nodded.
"Yes, you have been kind."
"And you are trying to find something that matters to me. That means you may understand us better than others." Eli felt honored. He wanted to accept, but he also felt nervous. He didn't know if he would fit in. He didn't want to offend anyone. "I would be happy to come," he said. "Thank you." Maya smiled again. "Good," she said. "I will tell my family." They continued walking. The market was busy now. People were selling vegetables, cloth, tools, and small gifts. The air was filled with sounds of bargaining and laughter. Eli watched the people carefully. He wanted to learn the town and its people. He wanted to understand what made this place special. When they reached the edge of town, Maya turned toward a small path leading into the fields. Eli followed her. The path was narrow and surrounded by tall grass. The land looked peaceful. It felt like a place where time moved slowly. Maya stopped near a small patch of wildflowers. She picked a few and placed them in her basket. "These are for my mother," she said softly. Eli looked at her. "Your mother is the one who gave you the ring?" he asked. Maya nodded.
"Yes," she replied. "She was a strong woman."
"She taught me many things. She taught me to be proud of who I am." Eli listened carefully. He could see that Maya loved her mother very much. The ring was not just a piece of metal. It was a piece of her mother's love. They walked further into the fields. The sun was higher now, and the day was warm. Eli kept thinking about the ring. He wondered how it could disappear so easily. He wondered if someone had taken it. He wondered if it was still near the river or if it had been carried far away. As they walked, they heard a soft sound coming from a nearby tree. A small bird was singing, and its song was beautiful. Maya stopped and listened. She smiled, as if the bird's song made her feel calm. Eli watched her. He noticed how she seemed to connect with nature. He realized that she had a deep love for the world around her. He felt that he could learn a lot from her. After a while, they reached a small clearing where Maya's family lived. It was a simple place, with a few tents and a small fire pit. There were no large buildings, but it felt warm and welcoming. The family members were busy preparing for the celebration. Some were cooking, others were arranging decorations. Everyone seemed to be working together. When Maya's mother saw her, she smiled and hugged her. "You are back," she said. "Did you find what you needed?" Maya shook her head. "Not yet," she replied. "But I am still looking." Her mother looked at Eli and nodded. "You are the one who has been searching," she said. "Thank you for trying." Eli felt nervous. He didn't know how to act. He didn't want to make a mistake. He bowed slightly and said, "It is my honor." Maya's father came forward and shook Eli's hand. He was a quiet man with kind eyes. "Welcome," he said. "We do not know you well, but we respect your effort." Eli smiled. "Thank you," he said. "I appreciate your kindness." The family invited Eli to sit by the fire. They offered him food and water. The food was simple but delicious. Eli felt grateful. He felt welcomed in a way he had not expected. During the meal, Maya's family talked about their traditions and stories. They spoke in a gentle way, and Eli listened carefully. He realized that they had a deep connection to their land and their past. They respected nature and valued family. Eli felt that he was learning something important. After the meal, the family began preparing for the celebration. Maya's sister brought out a small drum and started to play. The sound was soft and rhythmic. Others joined in with singing. The celebration was not loud, but it was filled with warmth. Eli felt calm as he listened. Maya stood beside him and whispered, "I am glad you came." Eli looked at her. "Me too," he said. "Thank you for inviting me." Maya smiled. "You are different from the others," she said. Most people only see what they want to see, but you are trying to understand." Eli felt his heart warm. He did not know how to explain his feelings. He simply nodded. As the day went on, Eli continued his search. He walked around the area, looking for any sign of the ring. He checked the river again, the fields, and even the small paths near the tents. He asked Maya's family if they had seen anything, but no one had. Eli began to feel tired. He had been searching for 2 days now. He was starting to feel like the ring might be lost forever. He wondered if he was wasting his time. He wondered if he should stop and leave, but every time he thought about giving up, he remembered Maya's face. He remembered her calm smile, her strength, and her hope. He realized that the ring was not just a test. It was a way for her to see if someone truly cared. Eli decided he would not give up. He wanted to prove to Maya that he was sincere. He wanted to show her that he would not leave when things became difficult. He wanted to be someone she could trust. That evening, the celebration continued. The sky turned dark and the stars began to shine. The fire crackled softly and the music continued. The family danced in a gentle way, moving together as if they were connected by a strong bond. Eli watched them and felt a deep respect. He felt honored to be part of this moment. He realized that this celebration was not just for joy. It was a way to stay connected to their roots. It was a way to remember the past while living in the present. Maya stood beside Eli and placed a hand on his shoulder. "Thank you for staying," she said softly. Eli looked at her. "I will stay as long as you need me to," he replied. Maya smiled. "You are brave," she said. Eli felt shy. He did not think of himself as brave, but he felt proud that he could help Maya in some way. As the night went on, the celebration began to slow down. People started to sit and talk quietly. The music became softer. The fire burned low. Eli felt tired but peaceful. Before leaving, Maya's mother approached Eli. She looked at him carefully and said, "You have a good heart. Do not forget that." Eli bowed his head. "Thank you," he said. "I will remember." Maya walked with him back to the town. The moon was bright and the air was cool. Eli felt a sense of calm. He realized that this journey was changing him. He was learning to care about people in a way he had never done before. When they reached the town, Maya stopped. She looked at Eli and said, "Tomorrow I will help you search." Eli nodded. "Thank you," he said. "I would appreciate that." Maya smiled. "You are not alone," she said. "Sometimes that is all we need." Eli felt a warm feeling inside. He realized that he had made a friend, maybe even something more. He didn't know what the future would bring, but he knew he would continue searching. He knew he would not give up. And as he walked back to the saloon, he felt a new hope. The ring was still missing, but he had found something else. He had found a connection. He had found a reason to keep going. The next morning, the sun rose slowly over San Pedro. The town was quiet again, but Eli felt a new energy inside him. He had promised Maya he would keep looking, and now he had another promise too. Maya had said she would help him search. That made him feel less alone. Eli met Maya near the river. She was already there, looking at the water. She wore a simple dress, and her hair was tied back. Her face looked calm, but her eyes showed a quiet determination. Eli could tell she wanted to find the ring as much as he did.
"Good morning," Eli said. "Good morning," Maya replied.
"Are you ready?" Eli nodded. "Yes, let's find it." They started walking along the riverbank. Loo, loo, the water moved slowly. and the sunlight reflected on its surface like tiny diamonds. Eli and Maya walked side by side, searching carefully. They looked at the sand, the rocks, and the small plants near the water. They did not speak much. The silence felt comfortable. It felt like they were working together. After a while, Maya stopped and pointed at a small area near a cluster of stones. "Look," she said. "The sand looks different here." Eli looked closer. He saw that the sand had been moved recently. It was not smooth like the rest of the riverbank. It looked like something had been buried there and then dug up. Eli knelt down and started digging carefully with his hands. Maya watched, her face showing hope. Eli moved the sand slowly, making sure not to miss anything. After a few minutes, he found something. It was not the ring, but it was a small piece of old cloth. The cloth was faded and worn. Eli held it up and looked at it. Maya's eyes widened. "That looks like it came from my mother's bag," she said softly. Eli looked at her. "Are you sure?" he asked. Maya nodded.
Yes.
She had a bag with cloth like this. She used it to carry small things. Eli felt a mix of excitement and worry. The cloth meant that the ring might be close. It also meant that the ring had been near this place before. Eli wondered who had moved it. They continued searching around the area. The sand was soft and the ground felt easy to dig. They worked together, slowly and carefully. The sun rose higher and the day became warm. Eli could feel sweat on his forehead, but he did not stop. He kept digging. As they searched, Maya began to talk. She spoke about her mother and her life. She told Eli about the lessons her mother had taught her. She said her mother always told her to stay strong and to be proud of her heritage. She said her mother believed that kindness and respect were the most important things a person could have. Eli listened closely. He realized that Maya's mother was a wise woman. He felt a deep respect for her, even though he had never met her. He felt that the ring was not only a memory of Maya's mother, but also a symbol of her mother's wisdom. Maya looked at Eli and asked, "Why are you doing this? Why are you helping me?" Eli paused. He thought for a moment. He didn't want to give a wrong answer.
He wanted to be honest. "I don't know exactly," he said.
"Maybe because I respect you. Maybe because I don't like to leave things unfinished. Maybe because I want to prove that I can be trusted." Maya smiled softly. "That is a good reason," she said. "Most people only say they care, but you show it with your actions." Eli felt his face warm. He didn't know how to respond. He simply nodded and continued searching. They searched for several hours. They walked further along the river, moving slowly and carefully. They checked every small rock and every patch of sand. They asked the people nearby if they had seen anything. Some people said they had not. Others said they had seen a small ring in the water, but they did not know where it went. Eli and Maya did not give up. They kept going. In the afternoon, they reached a small bridge that crossed the river. The bridge was old and made of wood. It looked fragile, but it was still standing. Eli and Maya walked onto the bridge and looked down at the water. Eli noticed something shiny near the base of one of the bridge's posts. It was small, but it caught the sunlight. He leaned over carefully and reached down. His fingers touched something cold and smooth. He pulled it up slowly. His heart beat faster. It was not the ring, but it was a small silver coin. Eli held the coin up. "Look," he said. "Someone dropped this here." Maya looked at the coin and smiled. "That is interesting," she said. It looks old. Maybe it is from my mother's time. Eli nodded. Maybe, he said. But why would it be here? Maya looked thoughtful. Maybe someone found it and dropped it, she said. Or maybe it fell from someone's pocket. Eli put the coin in his pocket. He felt like it was a small sign. It was not the ring, but it was something. It meant that they were getting closer. It meant that the river had more to show them. They continued searching after the bridge. The sun began to set, and the sky turned orange and pink. The air became cooler. Eli and Maya walked back toward town, tired but hopeful. As they walked, Maya looked at Eli and said, "I want to tell you something." Eli looked at her. "What is it?" he asked. Maya took a deep breath. "I did not really expect anyone to care about the ring," she said. "I thought it was just a dream. I thought it was something I would never get back." Eli listened. He could feel her emotion. He could feel her hope. Maya continued, "I made the joke about the ring because I wanted to see if someone would actually try. I wanted to see if someone would respect me. I wanted to know if I could trust someone." Eli nodded. "And now?" he asked. Maya looked at him. "Now I feel surprised," she said. "You are not like the others. You are not just talking.
You are trying, and that means a lot to me."
Eli felt his heart warm. He did not know what to say. He wanted to tell her that he cared, but he didn't want to rush her or make her uncomfortable. He simply said, "I will keep looking." Maya smiled. "Thank you," she said. When they reached the town, the streets were quiet. The lights in the saloon were on, and the smell of food drifted through the air. Eli felt tired, but he felt happy. He felt like he had taken a step closer to finding the ring. He went to the saloon and sat at the bar. Mr. Lopez came over and asked, "Did you find anything today?" Eli smiled. "Not the ring," he said, "but we found some signs." Mr. Lopez nodded. "Signs are good," he said. "They mean you are on the right path." Eli agreed. He drank his coffee and thought about the day. He felt grateful for Maya's help. He felt grateful for her trust. He felt like he was learning more about himself and about what it meant to care for someone. As the night grew darker, Eli returned to his room at the small inn. He sat on the bed and looked at the silver coin he had found. He thought about Maya's words. He thought about the ring and what it meant to her. He thought about how important trust and respect were. He realized that the search for the ring was not just a physical search. It was a search for understanding. It was a search for connection. He realized that he wanted to be part of Maya's life, not just as a friend, but as someone who could support her and stand by her. Eli fell asleep with the coin in his pocket. He dreamed of the river and the ring. He dreamed of Maya's smile. He dreamed of a future where the ring was back in her hands and her heart was at peace. The next day would bring new challenges, but Eli felt ready. He knew that the ring was still out there. He knew that he and Maya would find it together. And he knew that no matter what happened, he would not give up. The next morning, the town of San Pedro woke up slowly. The sun was warm and the sky was clear. Eli felt a strong sense of purpose as he prepared for another day of searching. He had been looking for the ring for several days now, and each day he felt closer, even though the ring was still missing. He met Maya near the river again. She was already there, waiting quietly. She wore a simple shirt and pants, and her hair was tied back. She looked ready to work. Eli admired her calm and steady attitude. He could see that she was not just helping him, but also hoping that the ring would be found.
"Good morning," Eli said. "Good morning," Maya replied.
"Are you ready?" Eli nodded. "Yes," he said. Let's find it today? Maya smiled. I hope so, she said. They walked along the riverbank together, looking carefully at the sand and rocks. The river flowed calmly, and the water looked clear. The day felt peaceful, but Eli knew the search would not be easy. The ring could be anywhere. It could be hidden under rocks or sand. It could be in the water. It could even be somewhere in town. They reached the place where they had found the old cloth and the small coin. Eli looked at the area carefully. He noticed that the sand had been moved again. It looked like someone had dug there recently. He felt a sudden feeling of hope. Maybe the ring had been close. Maya noticed his expression. Do you think it could be here? She asked. Eli nodded slowly. Maybe, he said, but we have to be careful. They started digging again. This time, they used a small shovel. They moved the sand carefully, layer by layer. They did not rush. They wanted to make sure they did not miss anything. The sun was high and the air was warm. The sweat on Eli's forehead grew stronger, but he did not stop. He kept digging. After a while, the shovel hit something hard. Eli paused. His heart beat faster. He carefully moved the sand away. A small metal object appeared. It was round and shiny. Eli picked it up slowly. His hands trembled slightly. He looked at the object. It was not the ring, but it was something that made him feel closer. It was a small metal box. It looked old, like it had been buried for a long time. The box had a small lock, but it was not closed tightly. Eli opened it carefully. Inside the box was a small piece of paper. The paper was folded. Eli unfolded it gently. The paper was old and slightly torn. On it was a simple drawing. It looked like a map. Eli looked at Maya.
Look, he said. It's a map. Maya leaned closer.
Her eyes widened. Where did you find it? She asked. Eli pointed to the spot where he had dug. Under the sand, he said. It was buried here. Maya looked at the map carefully. The drawing showed the river, the bridge, and a few trees. There was a small mark near the riverbank. It looked like a small X. Maya's face changed. She looked both surprised and hopeful. This looks like a map of this area, she said. My mother used to draw maps like this. Eli felt a rush of excitement. Do you think it leads to the ring? He asked.
Maya nodded slowly. Maybe, she said.
My mother was very careful with her things. If she lost the ring, she might have left a sign.
Maybe she wanted me to find it someday. Eli felt a strong emotion. He realized that the ring was not just lost. It might have been hidden on purpose. Maya's mother might have left clues for her. That meant the ring was even more important than he had thought. They studied the map carefully. The X mark was near a group of trees by the river. The trees were not far from the town. Eli remembered the place. He had passed it several times. He had not thought much of it. Now he knew he had to go there. Maya looked at Eli. We should go now, she said. Eli nodded. Yes, he said. Let's go. They walked quickly toward the group of trees. The path was narrow and the grass was tall. The air felt fresh and cool. The trees provided shade, and the sound of birds filled the air. Eli felt a sense of excitement. He felt like they were getting closer to the truth. When they reached the trees, Maya stopped. She looked around carefully. She saw a small patch of ground that looked different. The grass was slightly flattened. It looked like someone had been there before.
Maya knelt down and touched the ground.
This is it, she said softly. Eli knelt beside her. They started digging carefully. The soil was soft and it was easy to dig. After a few minutes, the shovel hit something hard again. Eli slowly moved the dirt away. There it was, the ring. The silver ring was half buried in the soil. It looked brighter than Eli expected. The sunlight reflected on it, making it shine. Eli picked up the ring and held it carefully. He looked at it for a moment, feeling a mix of happiness and relief. He had found it. He had kept his promise. Maya's eyes filled with tears. She took a step forward and looked at the ring. Her hands shook slightly. She reached out slowly and touched it. The ring felt warm in her hands, as if it was alive. Maya's voice was quiet.
I can't believe it, she said. It's real. Eli watched her.
He felt a deep joy. He had never seen anyone so happy. He realized that this moment was more than just finding a ring. It was a moment of healing. It was a moment of hope. Maya looked at Eli. You did it, she said softly. You found it.
Eli smiled.
We found it, he corrected. We did it together. Maya nodded. She looked at the ring again. She held it up and looked at the light shining through it. My mother gave me this, she said. It was a promise that I would always be strong. She wanted me to remember her. Eli listened. He felt his heart warm. He understood how important the ring was. He understood why Maya had made the joke. He understood why she had wanted someone to find it. Maya turned to Eli. Thank you, she said. Thank you for not giving up. Eli looked at her. You deserve to have it back, he said. You deserve to have what your mother gave you. Maya smiled, but she looked a little shy. There is something else, she said. When I said the joke, I didn't mean it as a real test. I thought it was just a way to make people laugh, but you took it seriously. Eli nodded. Yes, he said, because you matter. Maya's eyes softened. She looked at him for a moment.
You are a good person, she said. Not many people are like you. Eli felt a warm feeling inside.
He didn't know how to respond. He simply said, I'm glad I could help. Maya held the ring close to her heart. She looked at Eli again and said, Now that the ring is back, I feel like a part of me is back too. Eli smiled.
I'm happy, he said. I'm happy for you.
They stayed there for a while, sitting under the trees. The air was quiet, and the sun was warm. Eli and Maya talked softly about the ring, about Maya's mother, and about the future. They felt a strong connection. It was a moment that would stay in their hearts forever. After a while, they decided to go back to town. They walked slowly, holding the ring carefully. Maya looked peaceful. Eli felt proud. He had kept his promise. When they reached the town, people noticed something different. Maya looked happier. Her smile was brighter. Eli looked calm and confident. It was as if the ring had brought a new energy to them. They returned to the saloon. Maya sat down and looked at Eli. I have something to tell you, she said. I looked at her.
What is it? He asked. Maya took a deep breath.
When I said the joke, I meant it as a way to see if someone would care, she said. But now that you found the ring, I realized something else. Eli waited. Maya looked at him and smiled. I think I want to get to know you better, she said. Not just as someone who helped me, but as someone who could be part of my life. Eli felt his heart beat faster. He looked at her, surprised and happy. He didn't know what to say. Maya continued, You have shown me that you respect me. You have shown me that you can be trusted. And that is rare. Eli smiled softly. I would like that too, he said. I would like to know you better. Maya nodded. Then we will take our time, she said. We will not rush. We will just see where life takes us, Eli agreed. He felt a calm joy. He knew that the ring was more than a ring now. It was a new beginning. And as they sat together in the saloon, they both felt that something important had started. After the ring was found, the days in San Pedro felt different. The air seemed lighter, and the town felt more alive. Eli woke up each morning with a calm feeling in his heart. He still had his travels ahead of him, but now he felt like he had a reason to stay. Maya also seemed changed. She moved with a quiet confidence that came from having something important returned to her. She wore the ring on her finger, and every time she looked at it, she smiled. The ring was not just a piece of jewelry now. It was a symbol of her mother's love and her own strength. Eli and Maya began spending more time together. They would meet near the river or walk through the market or sit by the fire in the evening. They talked about simple things, like the weather and the town, but also about deeper things, like their dreams and fears. They learned to understand each other better. One afternoon, Eli and Maya went to the riverbank. The water was calm and the sunlight made the surface shine. They sat on a large rock and watched the water flow. It felt peaceful. Maya looked at Eli and said, "Thank you for finding the ring." Eli smiled. "You already said that?" he said softly. Maya laughed. "I know," she said, "but I want to say it again. It means a lot to me." Eli looked at her. "It means a lot to me too," he said, "not because of the ring, but because of you." Maya's eyes softened. She looked away for a moment, then back at him. "You are kind," she said. "You don't have to say that, but you do." Eli felt a warm feeling in his chest. He didn't know if he was ready to say more, but he wanted to. He wanted to be honest.
"Maya," he began, "I know I am just a traveler. I don't know what the future will bring."
"But I want to stay here with you, if you want me." Maya looked at him carefully. She did not answer right away. She seemed to be thinking. Eli waited, feeling nervous. Finally, Maya spoke. "I want you to stay," she said, "but I also want you to be free. I don't want you to feel trapped." Eli nodded. "I understand," he said. "I don't want to be trapped either. But I also don't want to leave you." Maya smiled. "Then we will find a way," she said. "We will take it one day at a time." Eli felt relief. He felt happy. He realized that Maya was not only wise, but also gentle. She did not rush him. She respected his feelings. That was one of the things he admired most about her. As the days passed, the town began to notice the change in Eli and Maya. People saw them together and started to talk. Some were surprised. Some were happy, others were unsure. But Eli and Maya did not pay attention to the rumors. They focused on their own lives. One evening, Eli was walking through the market when he heard someone calling his name. He turned and saw Mr. Lopez, the saloon owner. Lopez smiled and waved him over. Eli walked to him.
"Yes?"
He asked.
"Mr.
Lopez looked at Eli with a kind expression. "I heard about the ring," he said. "I also heard that you have been spending time with Maya." Eli nodded. "Yes," he said. Mr. Lopez smiled. "I want to thank you," he said. "You have shown respect to our town and to our people. You have done something good." Eli felt a bit shy. "Thank you," he said. "I didn't do it for praise." Mr. Lopez nodded. "I know," he said, "but it still matters. People need to see kindness. They need to see respect." Eli felt grateful for Mr. Lopez's words. He realized that his actions had a bigger impact than he thought. He had not only helped Maya, but he had also shown the town that people could come together with respect and understanding. That night, Maya invited Eli to her family's home. They sat by the fire and talked with her family. Eli felt welcomed. He felt like he was part of something. He listened to stories about Maya's childhood and her mother's wisdom. He felt honored to be included. Maya's father looked at Eli and said, "You are a good man. You have a kind heart. My daughter is lucky to have met you." Eli felt a strong emotion. He nodded and said, "Thank you. I feel lucky too." Maya smiled and looked at Eli. She seemed happy. Eli felt his heart warm. As the weeks went by, Eli and Maya continued to grow closer. They shared simple moments, like walking by the river, helping each other with small tasks, and laughing together. They also shared deeper moments, like talking about their dreams. One day, Eli told Maya about his travels. He said he had visited many places, but he had never felt as connected to a place as he did now. He said he had always been searching for something, but he didn't know what it was until he met her. Maya listened carefully. She smiled. "Maybe you were searching for a reason to stay," she said. Eli laughed softly. "Maybe," he said. "Maybe I was searching for someone like you." Maya's eyes softened. She looked at him for a moment. "Then we will walk together," she said. "We will not rush." "We will take our time," Eli agreed. He felt happy and calm. He realized that life did not need to be full of big events to be meaningful. Sometimes, the most important things were the small moments of kindness and connection. One morning, a few months later, Eli and Maya stood by the river again. The sun was shining, and the air felt fresh. They looked at the water and listened to the birds. Eli held Maya's hand gently. "Maya," Eli said softly, "I want to ask you something." Maya looked at him. "What is it?" she asked. Eli took a deep breath. He looked into her eyes. "Will you be with me?" he asked. "Not just as a friend, but as someone I care about. Will you let me be part of your life?" Maya's eyes filled with tears. She smiled. She squeezed his hand. "Yes," she said, "I want to be with you." Eli felt a rush of happiness. He felt like his heart was full. He smiled back. "Thank you," he said. "I promise I will respect you and care for you." Maya nodded. "I know," she said, "and I promise I will do the same." They stood there for a moment, holding hands and looking at the river. The world felt calm. The future felt open. When they returned to the town, people noticed their closeness. Some smiled, some whispered. But Eli and Maya did not worry. They knew what mattered. Maya's family welcomed Eli fully. They accepted him as part of their lives. They saw how he respected Maya and how he cared for her. They saw that he was sincere. Eli also felt accepted by the town. He had earned their respect through his actions. He felt like he belonged. The ring on Maya's finger shined brightly. It was a symbol of her mother's love, and now it also symbolized a new beginning. It reminded Maya that she was strong and that she deserved kindness and respect.
Eli and Maya continued to live their lives in San Pedro.
They worked together, helped each other, and supported their community. They faced challenges, but they faced them with patience and understanding. Years later, when people talked about the story of the lost ring, they did not talk only about the ring. They talked about the kindness of a traveler, the strength of an Apache woman, and the power of respect and trust. They talked about how two people from different worlds could come together and build something beautiful. And every time Maya looked at the ring, she remembered her mother. She remembered the promise. She remembered the moment when a stranger decided to care. Eli never forgot that day either. He remembered how he had promised to find the ring. He remembered how he had learned that the most important things in life were not objects, but the connections we make. And as the sun set over San Pedro, Eli and Maya stood together, holding hands, ready to face whatever the future would bring together.